Hey y'all, Hot Rod Dad here. Just got off the interstate in Oscar here after about an hour and a half blast down the highway there. I'm at the Southeastern Truck Nationals all GM show in Lebanon, Tennessee. Right over there at that red tent over there is the registration. I'm gonna go over there and get registered. We'll see if we can do a little drive through the show. This promises to be a huge show this year. They had 1,023 trucks last year. This is the second year in this location. Last year was the first year. This is the first year for the 2-day show. So let's go check out some trucks. As I was riding around here filming some footage, I parked old Oscar right there just to stop and talk to a friend. And with all the trucks coming in, it wasn't just a few minutes till I was surrounded by these AD trucks right here. These guys rolled all the way in from Indiana, about a 6-hour drive. And since I've been here, I've spotted these old ADs everywhere. Right here's a handful of them. Right over there's a yellow 54. There's a 2-tone pickup over there. Way over there is a ramp bed pickup. And they are scattered out all over the fairgrounds here. So this is a show mostly of C10s, but there's every kind of Chevy truck here. But I'm on a mission this morning to find all of the old trucks that are not C10s, all the earlier stuff, like this truck right here. Y'all, I have found a 47 GMC pickup right here, and here's the owner. What's your name?
Mark. From
Mark.
Flint, Michigan.
All right. And you looks like you've got a, what is this, a 283?
Yeah, 350.
And 350?
Yeah, 5-speed.
Kind of dressed up old school.
Yeah.
I like those wire looms.
With this cool wire loom trick I learned, yeah, that was my favorite trick.
Where'd you see that at?
Some guys told me go get out there and build something, so that's what I came up with.
Cool.
So I needed an overflow bottle.
I like that little detail there.
I thought a Jack Daniels bottle would be good. Local pub in town had that sitting behind the counter with this much in it, and I asked the girl how long it's going to take to go through that. Told her what I wanted to do, and she dumped it into a glass and gave me the bottle. I got a buddy's a leather craftsman, made that up for me, and I mounted it up, and I thought, you know, it'd be kind of cool to do some copper coils like a steel and run them down there. And there's a YouTuber showed me how to do that.
Cool.
And, you know, it took me 3 days to figure out how to mount all this in here, and I got 20 minutes in this, but everybody seems to like that.
That's really cool. Yeah.
It works real nice.
That's a neat little detail.
Yeah, thanks.
Looks like a really good old Survivor.
It's a real nice old truck, and runs great. 350, 5-speed manual. I got a bunch of, you know, junk inside here right now, but.
Okay. So you got an overdrive transmission in it?
Overdrive, 57 Chevy truck rear end in it.
Nice bedwood.
Thanks. My wife liked these things. I needed something. I didn't want it too utilitarian, you know, so I wanted something kind of clean and match the bed.
Man, this thing's really solid. It don't even have the obligatory rust in the cab corners.
Yeah, it's a great old truck. Come out of Southern California, and guy passed away in the early 90s. It sat in a garage for 30 years.
That's a good color too.
Yeah.
That's a good color.
It's a little dinged up, but I like it. People ask if I'm going to paint it, and I say, no, I'm not going to paint it.
Not going to paint it. I wouldn't either. It's perfect the way it is.
Thanks. Thanks, Hot Rod Dad.
Several stalkers over here. Little before and after right here on this one. Like the little fender patch right there. That looks like something my grandpa would have done. One thing I like about these old trucks is the windshield pushes out right there for ventilation. Look at that neat little detail, the way that steering wheel's wrapped right there. Little custom cowhide headliner on it. Here's another perfectly stanced GMC over here. Got a Hot Wheels license plate on there, and it is so hot here. He's going to have a hot seat here with the windows rolled up when he comes back to it this evening. Farm fresh patina on it. This is an earlier truck, as witnessed by the drop down door handles right here and the gas fill on the corner. I would put it at about a 49, 50 model. Also, it does not have the vent windows right there. The earlier trucks had the gas tank under the bed right there, and the gas fill was right there. And then later they put the gas tank behind the seat and moved the gas fills right there. Here's another early truck here. It's a 46 Chevy. It appears to have the original 216 engine in it. Dressed out like an old Texaco's truck. I love the bed in this. Not sure about those boards, but looks like they've been around a long time. Oh, it is. So the owner just told me that that is the original bed in it.
We'll probably be down there about 5:36, I believe 7.
I love that they've got this gas station attendant here on display. That's awesome. This is one of my favorite older trucks here, and one of my favorite of the bigger trucks here. Man, I just love this thing. It looks like it's got parts from 2 or 3 trucks on it. Got a lot of features on it, like this rebar guard right there, fender guard. Love the big hooks right here on the front. Check out that Coca-Cola bottle opener right there. Tell me the story about how this truck got to be so many different colors.
Well, the truck was bought originally by a farmer in White County, and they had a load of hay on it one day, and the guy flicked a cigarette out behind the cab and caught the hay in the truck on fire. So they had to go to the junkyard and get another cab and doors and so on, and the cab came off of an old road tractor.
Okay.
And that's why it's got all the writing on the back corner of the cab, all the fuel permit numbers and so on. And then the truck got parked in the shed for probably 25 years, and got drug out by a friend of mine and got traded around, and then I wound up buying it and fixed it back up.
So the only thing as far as the sheet metal goes is original is the hood and the,
yes, the
front clip, basically.
Front clip, yeah. Grill bumper and all.
So not even the doors are original.
Not even the doors, even though they're green, they're not original.
Okay, so they've been replaced from another truck.
Yes, sir.
So did you do the
I did this.
The fab work on
I did these and added these lights, put the tow hooks on it, and so on, rebuilt it. The truck mechanically has been completely gone through from front to the rear.
So is that the original 302 that was in it?
No, the truck originally had a 248 in it.
248.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. And but it was replaced with that 302, which is actually a military engine. It don't have a fuel pump on it. You got to run an electric fuel pump on it.
Okay.
All the military blocks, the civilian blocks, 302s, got provision for a fuel pump.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So I tell people all the time that every truck has a story behind it.
Yeah, now that's got a pretty colorful past.
Well, it's a colorful truck. I love it.
Yeah.
So does the boom work on it?
It is functional. It's not complete at this time, but yes, it does work, and it will work again. I just got to finish putting it all together.
So this is driven off of what?
Takeoff.
Off a PTO down there.
Two-speed, a forward and reverse power takeoff on it. That's the way the older records were. New ones today are hydraulic, but this one had a forward and reverse power takeoff on it.
So this record was not original to the truck?
No, this is a 57 model Stringfellow built in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, that's cool.
It came off an old, it actually came off a record up in Sparta. It belonged to a guy named Bailey Daniels, running a body shop for years. And it came off his old record, and I put it on this truck.
So did you fabricate the little bed here?
Yeah, the bed and the fenders, all the fabrication work I did.
So these fenders are probably what, 3/16?
Yep, they're 3/16. Now I did have a shop down in Watertown roll those for me, but I made all the rest of it. And like I say, I've got the sling and I got the cable and everything. It will be complete one of these days.
Looks like even the original paint on the wheels there.
Yeah, that's original paint. Yeah, got an old hub meter on it.
Tell us about these all these letters here, numbers here.
This is Arkansas Public Service Commission, Missouri, and this is best we can find out is the Ozone Transportation Commission. Now, where that's at, I don't know.
Okay.
This is Oklahoma, Michigan, Maine, Mississippi, and this is Public Utilities Commission of Ohio.
So this is basically all the states that it operated in.
Yeah, that's these are fuel permit numbers
for
back in the day.
fuel tax, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and I'm
awesome.
not real sure about. It's got a 501 here and an 8 here, so I really don't know what the truck number was. But
Looks like you got some air horns up there.
yeah, it's got some train horns on it.
What was this bracket right here for?
That's where the airlines hung the airlines off the road tractor.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah.
And what's the story on the box here?
I bought the box at a yard sale, but it's got the air compressors for the train horns.
Oh, okay.
They're
I bet those are loud.
Yeah, they're pretty loud.
Alrighty. I love it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you, sir.
Thank
Appreciate you telling us about it.
Yes, sir.
Here's a really nice 53. Kind of a silver paint on it, patinaed. Right here's the owner. What's your name, sir?
Jonathan Yates.
Good to meet you, sir.
Absolutely.
And this is your truck?
Well, I'd be lying if I said that. It's my wife's truck. So she's got better taste than I do.
She lets you borrow it every once in a while,
She
huh?
lets me ride it every now and then. She lets me ride it, surprisingly enough, when it's about 1/4 of a tank.
Oh,
So,
that's no shock.
Yeah, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so this was the second truck we built. We started out with mine. It's got a 4BT Cummins in it.
This
And
is
then
yours over here.
That's mine
the
over
green
here,
one, okay.
yeah. And so she loved it. She wanted me to build her one, but she didn't want the loud rumble of the Cummins. And so we found this truck in 2016, actually at the Pigeon Forge Rod Run. Got it back, started taking her fingernail and flicking paint chips off. Realized how many times this truck had been painted.
Several, it looks like.
Several, right? I think I've counted at least 4 different colors underneath the silver. And so then the shop wet sanded it, cleared it. You know, crate LSX 376, Moser rear end, QA1 front end.
What are the wheels?
Detroit steel.
Detroit
Those are
steel,
the ambassadors.
yeah.
Yep. 20s on the rear, 18s on the front. So just a really nice setup, nice daily driver, a nice cruiser. So
And air conditioning to boot.
air conditioned, heated seats, you name it, we did it.
So let's see inside this thing here a little bit. Very nice interior. So what's the steering wheel from?
So that's a Butterfly, a Chevrolet original Butterfly steering wheel. Seeing as how this truck is called Wild Pearl, and it was designed by a woman, built for a woman, it was only fitting that she wanted a Butterfly steering wheel.
There you go.
So as soon as she saw it, she knew that's the steering wheel she wanted in it.
Nice door panels too. I like this little custom touch right there.
Yeah, it turned out really good. The headliner is white. She wanted this light and bright and cheerful.
It sure is white.
And so believe it or not, I think that's the third one that we had to put in. Greasy hands as we were building it just kept getting up there. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it turned out really nice though. Shop did a great job.
What's the bed wood? What type of wood you got here?
That's Brazilian oak.
Brazilian oak. Exotic. Very nice truck. Thank you, sir, for showing us around.
Have a good one.
Look at that double scoop of cookies and cream. Even the food trucks here are vintage Chevy. This looks like a P30 right there. Y'all, I found a crusty old wrecker here at the show, and this is one of my favorite things here as far as early trucks goes. Right here is the owner. What's your name, sir?
John Mills with Bear Brothers.
Good to meet you, John.
Nice to meet you.
Tell us a little bit about this thing.
All right, it's a 1952 Chevy cab over wrecker. It was AAA truck, so entire life.
AAA.
Yep.
So this is the original.
That's all original, yep. It was in New Mexico where most of its life it was working.
So where did you find this thing?
I bought it from a guy up in Kentucky. It's a company, Gino's Wrecker Service. And he actually builds a bunch of these cab overs. He sells them overseas. For some reason, it took me about 6 months, but I finally talked him into selling this one to us. Didn't make any sense, but he did. And I'm sure he's regretting it now. So
I'm sure
he came. It was everything was stuck. You know, it didn't roll. It was hard getting into the shop because it weighs, I think, 8,400 some pounds is what it weighs at right now. But when we got it, I had a dream of keeping a wrecker, keeping it on bags. You never see anything like that before.
Right.
A lot of these guys will take whatever's off the back and they'll just do a flatbed or they'll do a dovetail. But I want to do something a little bit different.
There's so much character right there that goes with the truck. I don't know why anybody would delete that, but so this is the original wrecker that was on the truck.
It is. It's all original. The boom and stuff's not working since I did a chassis swap on it, did an express van. That way the engine was in the kind of in the right spot that we needed to be in for a cab over. So it's 2000 some express van. That way you got all disc brakes, power steering, all that stuff that you need. The wheelbase was a little bit off, about 6 inches as you can tell. So we had a big gap here. So since we were doing bags, I decided to just go ahead and
so you just utilized that space right there for
just to make it look a little blended, a little bit.
And it looks correct.
It does, yeah. So I need to do a little bit more paint detail work as far as blending the paints. You know, replace cab corners, and there's a lot of stuff that we had to replace on metal and just try to patina it back out.
Show us the back half of this thing.
Yeah. And one thing I had to do was I actually had to cut this guy, raise this 6 inches so we could lay as flat as we could on the ground on the sides.
So you raised the
whole
fender up on it?
And it was actually a double fender, so it was double as thick. It was 2 layers, and I think it was just added over time. So I took 1 layer off, cut this 6 inches up, and just kind of tacked it in place as a hole there.
And so you back halved all this back here?
Yeah, so we just did a C-notch in the back. We use a company called Thor Bros for all of our watts, our 4 links. They do quality stuff, and they do heavy stuff. So if you need something heavy, they also do SETN stuff, but if you need something heavy, they got the big stuff for you for a big truck like this, so it can handle it.
That's awesome. And what chassis did you say it was on?
Express van.
Express van chassis. Can we take a peek inside here?
Sure, yeah. We drive this, man. This thing.
Where did you drive from?
East Tennessee, Johnson City, Tennessee. So
Johnson City, so that's
drive.
about a 4-hour drive.
It's dirty because my kids are putting their hands all over everything.
That's all right. Take them with you.
Yeah, the kids ride with us. They rode with me down here last month. We were at Good Guys, and they rode with me.
As witnessed by the.
That's right.
By the car seat there.
We try to build things that you drive, so.
That's what it's all about.
So the only thing I gotta do left on the interior is AC, finish out the AC, and then we gotta do the carpet. The one thing about the AC is we like to do something a little bit different with the ADs. Is we like to keep our AC system, the vents in the dash. I don't like that. I don't like plastic.
I like that.
So the vintage air stuff usually drops down here. So we cut this, sectioned it, pulled it down, and lengthened it just enough so we can put these vents in here.
I like that.
So I had to do a little bit of work there, but at least it's all metal, not plastic.
I like it. Awesome truck, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing us around.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Here's a really nice pair of ADs right here, relaxing in the shade. This is a 54, 55 black on red fenders, and they carried that color combo right on into the interior. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, you doing all right?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Better than I deserve. So which one belongs to this one? That his?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about this thing.
This one right here?
Is it on original frame?
It is on the original frame. It's got air ride technology all the way around it. I don't know how long we had this truck.
Front end, 4-link back.
How long we had this one?
I've had this truck 40 years.
40 years. Wow.
I mean, it was.
Disassembled, of course. Yeah.
I used to hunt squirrels out the back of this truck.
You hunted squirrels out of the back of
This
this.
truck used to sit under an old oak tree up at our house, and he'd take us down an old road called Cub Mountain, and I'd shoot a 410 shotgun across this truck and shoot squirrels as they come across the road. Sure did.
That is an awesome story. That's what I tell people all the time. Every truck has a story.
Yeah, I'm 36 now, and I was 8 or 9 years old back then when we did that.
I love to hear stuff like that.
Got
Killer truck.
Got a little 5.3 in it, all aluminum block. Like that, air ride technologies.
Show us under the hood right here, if you don't care.
That hood's kind of different than yours. It's a little harder to get up. You got it? Hold on.
I got it.
Oh, look at that.
It's got all aluminum, a 5.3 liter in it, you know, out of SS Trailblazer.
Firewalls, that bitchin' fabrication firewall, sheet metal.
Oh, that's clean.
Walker radiator in it. It's just a clean little build.
Got an air conditioning on it.
Yeah, it's got all air conditioning on this one.
And so this is your baby over here.
Yeah, I drive this one all the time here. It's kind of like yours a little bit.
This is pretty much a daily driver over here.
Yeah, I
ain't it?
drive this one all the time. Yeah.
I love this little detail right here.
Yeah, I just want to do something a little different. This truck originally come out of Harrison, Arkansas. It was all original when we got it. One of my dad's friends that owned it for a long time, set up beside a barn. And we put it on a little S10 chassis and had John Bouchard race engines out of Nashville. Built this little 5.3 for it.
Looks like you carried that little detail right on over in here.
These are custom covers. I wanted to keep everything kind of hidden on it, so all the wires are pretty hidden as much as they can. Don't have air conditioning on this truck. Wanted a little bit more of a hot rod in this truck.
Yeah.
We carried that inside too here.
Oh, I like the seat belts.
Yeah, those are
restraints.
I had a couple guys ask me, Dave, why are they skinny? I like them being skinny like that because a true car restraint, you know, it's a lot wider. These are actually for a go-kart.
For a go-kart?
Go-kart. I want the same black crow as Blackbird with crow as everybody else, a true harness, but they were made for go-karts.
I like that.
I wanted to kind of keep the original look with the bar, so I went with that and tied it into the frame so it wouldn't bend forward if we hit something.
So you fabricated this up?
Yeah. And then these little kick panels down here, we tied them into these little holes in them. They're in there too. Tied all that into the front.
Oh yeah.
Did the cup holder the same way, and all the floors are hand built.
I like this.
That's a true cowhide. I still got this cowhide. I actually got this cowhide out of Muddy Pond and cut it and put it on there. It's just a fun little build here.
Y'all viewing that don't know, Muddy Pond is a little community there that's close to us, and there's is it Amish or Mennonite?
Both. They're both.
Mennonite and Amish, and they are fabulous leather workers and very crafty with leather. Like this little slim and trim toolbox back here. Yeah, that's cool.
As you know, our batteries were originally under the floor.
Correct. Yeah.
For these S10 frames, you can't do that, and some of my batteries in here, and it gives me some storage room too. And, there's a lot of funny stuff. There's like Dodge wheels on this truck, but we got custom Moser axles. And
those are like the spare tire, yeah, for Dodge trucks. Yeah. What diameter are those? 20 inches.
By 9.5. Yeah. And then like these are out of a boat. I want to tie downs, and these are from a boat because they flush mount in.
Oh, I like those. They just pop up. How do you
just pull it straight up? Yeah.
That's a neat little detail.
I want to be able to hide it and not see it.
I like that.
Got gas caps from a boat. We got, check this out. You know what this hood on?
Plymouth?
Yeah, that was on here when I found this truck, and I just left it.
So this Plymouth hood ornament was on there.
Yeah.
I like it though.
I didn't do anything to the body of this truck when when I got it back from Harrison. The only thing that I done to it was I put the visor on it. The visor wasn't on it. I bought that visor off of a truck in Cabin Fever. He took it off of his truck right there at the show for me.
Oh, wow.
I bought it.
Well, it suits the truck.
Got forward lights on it though.
Yeah. I love it, man.
Those old lights are harder to find, you know, those Ford ones.
Yeah.
I just found them, put them on there.
Man, thanks for showing us around.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Good to see you over here.
Here's a 59, looks like came in from Ohio. And look what I spy under the hood. Big block, Chevy powered. And over here is a Patina 40. I love this body style on these trucks. Y'all, I have been stalking this truck on Facebook since it was started right here. Love this build. This truck is just right. Perfect patina on this truck. A little small block V8 in there for power. Nicely stanced. Some polished wheels on it. Nice gauges. Some barn wood in the bed there. I like the little crate right there and the stoplight. One of my favorite little details right there is the exhaust exit through the fender. Hey y'all, thanks for coming along with me as I was checking out some of the older trucks, some of the bigger trucks, and some of the more oddball stuff at the Southeastern Truck Nationals in Lebanon, Tennessee. I figured there'd be all kinds of videos on YouTube featuring these SETNs from this event, so I wanted to give these trucks a little love too. So y'all stay tuned for part 2, where I'll be featuring more oldies and oddballs from the second day of this event. And until next time, y'all get out there and build something.